Hello again. I was asked in YouTube by some mice drinking tea about the damage caused by the torpedo barrage in my previous video, Torpedo Attack. Well, I was using this type of torpedo, the ones that you see here. The decoy was part of the first volley, and then the second volley was made entirely of this low explosive torpedo. It's really simple. I decided to use low quantity of explosives in it, not to lag my computer and to have a smooth video. So as I show you in the further torpedo testing video, this one has the primer charge, which is a warhead, an in-game warhead block, then two small cargo containers that actually make the functional warhead of the torpedo, each one containing a small quantity of explosives, as you can see, 62 each. So I'm gonna show you the damage done by this type of torpedo as opposed to the one that I showed in the further torpedo testing video. This one, which has like the ship killing capability, which contains 625 explosive components. This one can actually fully destroy the frigate, only a single one of them, while this one you would require, I don't know, let's say like 8 of these to fully destroy it. So I'm not gonna show you the damage done by this one, by this larger torpedo. If you wanna see that, you can check that video, the further torpedo testing, and you can see how it almost breaks the frigate in half. So I'm gonna show you the damage done by this more affordable torpedo. Okay, stick around. Okay, here we are. This time I'm gonna keep the HUD on so you can see the targeting reticles. Okay, let's begin the first volley. And second volley off. As you can see, the ship targets the decoy torpedoes first. The idea is to keep them at a reasonable distance from the actual warhead torpedoes to prevent them from being targeted, and we have impact. Okay, the frigate keeps targeting the debris and it keeps functioning. That's why I was telling you that the damage done by those small warhead torpedoes, it's quite moderate, sometimes negligible depending on the impact point. Okay, let's check it out using the spectator camera. Well, this wasn't that bad. As you can see, we took out the missile turrets. We made a sizable hole in all decks, all the way up to the secondary bridge and the important CIC. We took out half the CIC. We severed some of the conveyor piping. We damaged, almost destroyed the medical bay. Still, I keep saying that as significant as this damage is, it's not a disabling hit. So right now with torpedoes is either like a hit or miss situation with them. I mean, you either destroy the ship or you're not, because this ship is going to continue to fly, it's going to continue to retain its close-in weapon system, and it's going to continue to retain its power. We didn't damage the main reactors or any auxiliary reactors. We didn't damage the hangar bay, so it's going to be able to launch fighters or this vehicle bay here. So like I'm saying, with a torpedo you either hit or miss. Unless you hit the generator, the reactor, sorry, or you destroy the majority of the thrusters, that ship is still gonna be dangerous. Because let's face it, as long as we don't have atmospheres or like life support systems, this kind of damage is basically static. I mean, it looks, like what you see in movies when you see torpedo hits and like damage control and like closing bulkheads and people being thrown out into space because of vacuum and all that. So basically it's only cosmetic so far. It doesn't have any functionality in the game unless you actually hit the functioning parts of the ship that actually matter in this current state of the game, which are basically the thrusters, the reactors, and the actual weapons, or maybe a gyroscope room. Well, I hope that answers the question from the tea drinking mice. Really appreciate your questioning and like taking notice on my videos. I'm actually wanting to have more, let's say, information on them. And if you have any other questions or any other user about torpedo testing and damage or some kind of weapons to defend against torpedoes, feel free to ask them on my channel. Take care.